looks like we're live. Hello, folks. And you're probably wondering what we're doing. Well, I'm here to tell you that we're doing something. Now I got to get some things fixed up here. I need the Alt tab. Where's my chat? There it is. All right. Let's move the chat right over here. And then that little slip, slip. Stay there. Much more gooder. Making sure that that's all off. We got the chat up there. I got a separate live chat, so hopefully I'm looking at the latest stuff. So you see me looking up like that, that's when I'm looking at you. I know I try and do it here, but because of what I'm going to be magicianing around here, and I'm going to do some amazing photosynthetic stuff here pretty soon. I am. And I am going to be drinking water. Hydrate, folks. It's important. And hydrate does mean water. I used to argue this point, saying that there's water in coffee. Well, there is, but there's also a lot of other stuff. It's good stuff, but it's still stuff. Anyway, what the hell am I doing here? Why am I sitting here talking to you? Well, I am planning a ride for the first weekend in August. Hopefully the fires will knock this shit off and they'll stay at least no further than they have gone thus far, and rains and rangers and fire amazing people will push those flames back or stop them. They do this every year. Amazing people. Anyway, the roads I want to take are all currently open, and the trip is planned for beginning on August 1st. I will go live from time to time throughout this ride, but what I'm doing right now is just putting together an itinerary to send to my friend Angela, and also therefore Chuck, because he will receive the same information from his wife. A map of my overall route that I intend to take if the roads stay open, what my plans are if the roads are too sketchy to take my ride, or they become closed because the fires got away even more. I hope not. My plan is to ride what's called the Little Dragon in Oregon. It's Highway 245 from a few miles kind of southwest of Baker City. 245 cuts off and goes basically south for a long ways, and then cuts then cuts west and comes back over to Unity, and then I want to go up around to Sumter and then back to Baker City. So that'll be a loop. I'll be going through forest I have never seen before. Heard about all my life, lived within a couple hours of my whole life, but have never been in. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. This will be completely new. I am going to try and get some camera stuff. That's what's going on back here with all this. This is all camera gear. I'm trying to see if I can put something together to capture some video. I have some SD cards. I have some micro SD cards. I have plenty of storage space. I am in the process of seeing if the batteries will hold charge, because I let them be stored depleted, because that's what you're supposed to do with nickel hydride batteries. So they're currently charging. Also, my Rebel battery is charging as well. I don't know if I'm going to take the Rebel. I might. I'm charging up the battery just because it's a good idea to charge the battery, and then I'll just let the battery go dead again. But it is almost completely flat now, so I wanted to charge it before it got below that level. Anyway, let me transition over here, and I got to do a couple of things before. Oh, is Keebler here? Because I can't find my mouse. Keebler, no sugarcoating the truth. Are you out there? You lurking? Because I can't find my mouse. Okay, look, every day and all the time we have this problem. You can't use my mouse when I'm using it. It won't work. We tried and tried, and it just fails every time. Anyway, I found my mouse. That's just a joke. Ongoing. Keebler, if you're lurking, I love you. So we'll transition over here. And what are we looking at? What are we looking at? Holy shit, what are we looking at? This is a map. Google Maps does not make this easy to do. This is not the entire route that you're looking at right now. This is one leg of the route, and it's actually the second leg. The first leg will be to come from Forest Grove. Let's get out here. Forest Grove, right here where the mouse is circling around the blue dot. We'll go from there. I'll leave around 11:30 in the morning, plus or minus 30 minutes. And then I will go to Cascade Locks, where I will stop, stretch, gas up, potty, hydrate, that cool stuff. And then I will leave 12:30, 12:45, depends. I'm not in a hurry. From Cascade Locks and ride to Rufus. Yes, you heard that right, Rufus. It is a tiny, tiny town. I'm going to zoom in here. Tiny, tiny town. There is a little Sinclair gas station, right? Where's it at? I think it's back over here a little bit. Yeah, here it is, right here. This is where we want to go. This is this spot, the Sinclair gas station. Add to stop. There we go. Now, that is going to be an hour and 2 minutes-ish. And I got to zoom back in because I made it be to the place I want to go. Ignore the extra leg. I'm not going to sightsee. We're just going to come off the freeway and go right into the Sinclair gas station. Those of you that are kind of OG, Shelly, welcome. Hi. How you doing? It's good to see you. Those of you who are a little OG will remember when I did my ride a few years ago to Montana, to the Rocky Mountain roll. I can't do that this year, but if health stays, next year I'll go again. Most likely on the Sporty. Anyway, I stopped at this Sinclair gas station for a very specific reason. When I took that trip to Idaho, or to Montana, I came back through the lower part. I rode all the way down the border and into Craters of the Moon National Park to sightsee. Well, I miscalculated the distances between fuel stations. I am a valley boy. Here in the Willamette Valley we have Interstate 5 and quite a few cities along that corridor. And I'm used to there being fuel stations essentially everywhere, 24 hours a day. I never think about where am I going to get some fuel. Oh my God. Well, it happened. Now I do have a little 1 liter gas bottle that I can carry on bike with me. I don't know if I will on this ride, but it can be done. 1 liter is only about 40 miles on this bike anyway, so it's not a whole lot. Anyway, I ran out of fuel about halfway through my trip to Arco, Idaho. I missed by about 5 miles. I could see the town. It was a relatively flat area. I could see the town, and I did have cell service, thankfully. And I called, I looked up what was nearest, and it was a Sinclair gas station. I called the gas station, and the really nice lady there, I do not remember her name, and it doesn't matter. They didn't want any kind of recognition anyway. Sent her husband with a gallon of gas so I could ride into town so I wouldn't have to walk, or whatever, 105 I think it was that day. Yeah, it's pretty hot. It was at least 100. Let me tell you, those highways, they're 70, 80 mile an hour highways. That's the postage speed limit. Holy shit. Hey, the deal. Welcome. Good to see you. I got to tell you that those highways, they're great roads to ride or drive on. They're not scary. I wouldn't do it at night on a bike. Lots of animals, free range cattle. There's antelope. There's coyotes. It's crazy. You could see aliens. I don't know. I'm making that up. But I wouldn't ride at night. It's just too dangerous. Anything running out there is going to be big enough to hurt me on a scooter. So I just ride during the daylight hours when I can see. I try and be destinated well before even dusk. But anyway, I will never forget that Sinclair gas station went way out of their way. They wouldn't even let me fill up my tank and pay for that, but they would not let me pay them for the gallon of gas that got me there. And that is such a heartwarming story for me. It was the highlight of that whole trip, and that's saying a lot because there was a whole lot of bucket list stuff that happened on that particular trip. But anyway, now I'm planning this one. So I'll be stopping in Rufus, which is another hour from Cascade Locks. This is the second leg of the trip. So over here, can we? I don't know how to do this. Hang on. Transition over while I figure out how to make this be different. Shrink it down. Can I now move the window? No. But I could take this. We're being creative, folks. We're using technology in ways in which it was never meant to be used. So yeah, I wish I could move that. I can't. So I'm then putting in here the approximate time that I'll get to that stop. And I thought some people might find this interesting. Some people just might go to sleep and say, holy shit, I don't want to do that. You're going to hear a lot of key clicking. It's like microphones here, keyboards here. It's a mechanical keyboard. Bad things are going to happen. So you might turn the headphones down just a touch if you need to, maybe. You know, if you got it, maybe chillins or sleeping, or you know, your SO is, you know, cuddled up next to you, and you got your phone or your iPad sitting there. I've done it. Anyway, so I'm rubbing my hands. This is how excited I am, rubbing my hands. So as I type this in here, it's just going to be kind of stream of consciousness. That's how I type anyway. Alright. So that puts me in, we go back to Cascade Locks, as that's where I'm at in the email. Arriving there at 12:15. We'll say I leave 12:30. For Rufus. There. Make sure this says we don't need this. That's just going to be carried all the way down. Just making it make more sense. Ah, I see what I did here. Cascade locks. Need a space in there. Now it's happy. Let's see. Ooh, Keebler, there it is. Oh, now let's not have any of that, Keebler. I knew you were somewhere out there because I couldn't find my mouse. It always happens when you're near. I don't know. I'm not saying you do, you don't. I love you either way. It doesn't matter. But, you know, we just can't use the mouse at the same time. The chat is up there instead of down here, so when I'm looking up here, I'm actually looking at what you guys are saying to me. So now we've got 11 a.m. leave for LeGrand, 12:15 Cascade locks fuel, fuel stretch potty whatever, 12:30 leave for Rufus, stretch, etc. And I'm sure the deal loves you too. I mean, really, come on, we're talking about that deal. They all the time. They're there. They're there. Only in the English language. Only in the English language. 2-2. Stay out of the rabbit hole, Richard. Okay, we're good now. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, lovely people, for being here and hanging out while I'm doing this incredibly boring stuff. Then, let's see here. Rufus, probably be another 15 minutes. So, it'll be an hour, so about 1:30 p.m. 1:30 p.m. Arrive Rufus, fuel, etc. Scusi. And I know my chair is clunking. I can't fix it. It's just getting worn out. Huh. I thought I heard some thump in the night. That was weird. Anyway. Ride Rufus, and then 1:45. 1:45. For any of you that are interested, I am going to be here at home tomorrow night before I leave to go back to my friends on Saturday morning, because Deadpool, Wolverine, IMAX, oh my god, my friends treat me so good. I truly do love them. And they pretend to like me, so that part's really cool. I mean, you have friends that pretend to like you, life is good. Alright, 1:45 p.m. Leave, and here's where it'll get a little more interesting for you. Leave for where? I don't know yet. Now we got to go back to this map over here, and what we do, come on, transition, thank you. Now there's not personal information on the thing. Let's see here. So now we cut out Sinclair That's where we're going to leave from. So we'll copy that. Paste it in there. And then delete. We know we're there. Now we're going to zoom out. Look how fast we're going. It's like a rocket ship. Probably how far is Boardman? Yeah, Boardman it is. So in Boardman, see how I'm doing this? I'm trying to find things about an hour away. 60-ish miles. I should get about 45, 46 miles per gallon on the freeway. You are such a clever little devil. Yes, you are. Wow. So what do we got here? What stations do we have here? Ooh, Subway sandwich. Is there a gas station near the Subway? That's a motel. We're not needing a motel. All right, is there a gas station on the way? Roadway Inn. There's got to be gas stations here. Has to be. Gas. Yes, right here. Another Sinclair station. How cool is that? Currently regular is $3.78 a gallon. That's pretty awesome. I can deal with that. So that'll be the next stop. Let's click on that. Go back. Delete that. I should be able to just put in Sinclair, Boardman, Oregon. From Rufus, gas station to gas station. That's a little short. That's 50 minutes. But there is that Subway there. I'm thinking, even though that's a little short, you guys can tell me what you think. I love him so much. He and I are special friends. I love Deadpool so much. He is my favorite. I was so glad when they gave him a movie. Such an underrated comic book character. Yes, I am a little tiny bit of a comic book geek. Only a tiny bit, though. I don't collect them. I don't hang on to them. I tried doing that for like 2 seconds. No, not happening. Alright, so anyway, we'll go to Boardman. We'll hit that gas station here. And then is that... Lots of drive-ins, diners, all kinds of places near there to eat. There's a breakfast place there. Of course, they'll be, if they're just breakfast, they won't be open, but there's all kinds of spots there. A hamburger joint. There's a couple of motels by. There's probably stuff I'm just not finding. And then the Subway is on the other side of the freeway, so that's no big deal. I can just go over the overpass and jump into the Subway if I want. It'd still be the same amount of time, the same type of deal. That's not a big deal at all. They're maybe a quarter of a mile apart. So perfect. That works. So then that would put me. Now I gotta go back to me. Now you gotta look at me, now looking at you, because now I gotta go to the other one, the person, you know, that's all of this stuff. Anyway. And I have already touched base with my brother and best friend Marshall Turner, set up by Marshall. Check him out if you don't know who he is. You need to know who he is. You can go back over to the personal information. And then, all right, for Boardman. And after this one, I'm gonna make a prediction. I'm gonna stop right here and make a prediction. So I'm planning this route as I go. I have not pre-planned this route. I've not looked at it in this respect anymore. I got some differences. I know I'm going to need brakes, and I do only have a 3.3 gallon gas tank. I'll tell you, 130-ish miles doing freeway like this. This will all be 99% freeway. Just cruising along at 55 to 65 miles an hour. And I should be able to pull 45 to maybe even 48 miles per gallon. It's possible. I need to clean the carburetor, and I didn't get a chance to do that before this ride. I probably still won't get a chance to do that before the ride. Well, I'm kind of doing both at the same time, and this is the way my man brain works, is by looking at distance and where I want to go and what I want to do. I know I'll be hungry by the time I get that second hour into the ride. It'd be great to grab a sandwich or sit down and have a hamburger or something, and be off the bike for maybe 45 minutes or so. So it works out for my brain to do it this way. I know there's more efficient ways to do this, but I'm not a more efficient kind of guy. You know, I got, you know, this drags down a lot on the brain. You got this, you got the beard pulling down the, yeah, it's, you know, so I can't do it the efficient way. I got to do it my man brain way. So sorry. You being an elf, you probably don't have man brain problems. Just saying, you probably don't have man brain problems because you're an elf. All right, let's see here. At least that's, I don't know. I'm just being silly. So that'll take about 50 minutes. We to arrive to, I'm just going to say 215. I don't know what the speed limit is through there. That doesn't matter. So we'll just say not 215, 230. 230, 240. All right. 230. Oh, that's cute. I don't know how I did that. There we go. Something to eat. And that would take us to what? 315. And I think this is going to take us to Biggs Junction. That's my big prediction right there, is that from Boardman the next stop would be Biggs, which is cool, kind of, because that's right before the hill, where Space Ghost gave his all for me. He couldn't make it up the hill. About 2/3 of the way, he had given his all. Radiator was shot and blown out. Wouldn't hold water anymore. So I got it towed in to La Grande. I put together $300 that I had of my own money, and other friends helped, threw in some money. I ordered a radiator, threw it together literally in the street. Not an elf, just small. Awesome. Oh man, yeah, that's great. Anyway, back to business. Let's get back to business. And we will leave at about 3:15. Leave. I'm so sure I'm actually going to type Biggs Junction in here. Leave for Biggs Junction. JCT period. Come on, Richard, do it the smart way. There we go. Leave for Biggs. Now let's go back over here. Alright, now we're back in Boardman. Transition. There we go. Isn't this fun? So now, X that out. Boardman. Where's Biggs? Biggs. Oh, I might have jumped the gun. Let's see. What in the heck just happened there? Wow. I have no idea what happened there. Now, let's... There we are. Nope, we didn't go further than Pendleton. Hillgard, Meacham. Ooh, Meacham's kind of a funky little place. Train track's about all there is to see there. What if I say Grand Stereo? Boardman to hour and 35 minutes, 97 miles. That's a bit, that's pushing it. That'd be pushing all the way from Boardman into La Grande. Let's see, where can, yeah, Pendleton have to be the stop. Another short ride, just to Pendleton. Fuel stop there. There's going to be a gazillion of them. In Pendleton, there's a lot of stuff in Pendleton. I can already see Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut. Fuel everywhere. Yeah. Oh, even apartments if you'd like to live right on an interstate. That'd be cool, huh? 24 hours a day. It's the main artery for the entire West Coast. It never rests. But anyway, so yeah, we'd stop in Pendleton. So take that out. And then click on Pendleton. Yep. Do, do, do. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Really, really neat to see you friends out there having fun. Then copy, paste, delete. $2,000. Yeah, that'll be an hour. 51 miles. That's perfect. It'll be a nice, easy ride. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I'm gonna try something here. Nope, I don't like that either. Trying to figure out if I can have this mic down here. It makes it a little easier. This deaf old man doesn't have to talk quite as loud when it's down here. But over here, it's in the way of one screen, and over here, it's in the way of another. If I move it back up there, it gets farther away. So I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is. Whoa. Easy there. Slow down, Turbo. Slow down. Now, there we go. I had tried putting it over there. It didn't work either. Oh, you notice? Looky here. Looky there. Look at that. That's my work mat right there. I'm pretty proud of this right here. This is not doing this moundy thing anymore. You know, it's now you can see the work mat. There's stuff I'm getting there, folks. I'm getting there. Progress has been made. Progress has been made. So now we can go back over here. And we determined that we are not going to go to Biggs. We're going to go to Pendleton. So we'll say 4 p.m. So fun. I'm actually enjoying doing this. I know for some people it's probably incredibly boring. I don't know, just a place to hang out and chat and have some fun with your friends. That's all we're doing here, folks. You know, I'm a selfish old man that just wants attention, and I have tech toys that I like to play with. Anyway, so 4 o'clock we're going to arrive in Pendleton, and of course, typical fuel, etc. That'll probably be a 15-20 minute stop there. I'm not going to be particularly hungry or anything like that. I will have just ate. I'll probably get something to drink. Because it's hard to drink on the bike. It's kind of dangerous. I have a Camelback. I'm not very good at using it yet. I need to just put it on my back and start walking around town with it and get used to the bite release thing, bite valve. Is that what they call it? I don't know. The thing, you got to hold it in just the right spot to suck that water in. I don't know. So I know I said sucking, and you know that's just one of those things. And for those of you that are wondering, yes, that was a bottle of Gold Bond powder that you saw go by the screen there. That flash of, yeah, that was me. I had set it up here. I realized I need to get it out. It's not there. I don't want it up on top of my stuff. I don't know why I set it there. I'm a bad human. Yeah, I got a little bit more done the other day, but I've been over helping my friends, Angela's going to throw in this huge party for Chuck and I because we both turned 60 this year. And I'm her dude, and he's her husband. So, kia ora, Sixth Sense Amelia. Kia ora, good to see you. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. Anyway, we both turned 60, so she's doing this huge party, and nobody throws parties like Angela throws parties. And oh my God, Timu loves her, and she loves Timu. She's buying all the cheap stuff that she can get to make this the grandioso, cool. Yeah, she put a lot of effort into this. So we're putting a lot of effort into cleaning up the yard, getting that kind of stuff going. And, you know, just trying to keep it a little fair, you know. She's stressed. She worries a lot. It's kind of why I'm doing this whole itinerary thing. I don't have to report to her, but she's arguably my best friend. There's no other way to say that. And that has nothing to do with our past or any kind of a physical or personal attraction. She is just one of those people you want in your life. I pushed her out of mine for a minute. She allowed me to come back and be her friend. So that's pretty awesome. I'm a lucky guy. Very lucky. And not only that, she's had my back. You guys all know that story. Leave Pendleton, arrive in Pendleton, fuel at yeah, 4:15, we'll say. I don't want her to worry any more than she will. I don't want her to know where I'll be. I'm going to have her set up my phone so she can track me while I'm riding, and she can get updates. However, it's like every 5 minutes or something it updates on this tracker thing, and she can see me move on a map, or maybe it's every 2 minutes, something like that. It's fairly short between the updates, and she can see exactly where I'm at, if I'm stopped, if I'm moving. She could zoom in on a map. She'll have the map, the intended route. She knows what'll happen if the route is the little dragon thing is, if it's too dangerous or sketchy, or they've closed it because of the fires. I'm just going to hang out with Marshall for the weekend. You'll probably see he and I live. You'll probably see he and I live anyway. Sunday is going to be a day entirely devoted to my friend. If I do the ride, if that all happens and I do the dragon and run up around, so I'm going to do the dragon and I'm going to go on a loop up around Sumter on Highway 7, I think it is, to Salisbury, and then back up to Baker City and back to LeGrand. It's a big loop, a lasso, going through the Wallowa National Forest, and I cannot tell you how excited I am to be for the possibility of this ride to become real right now. So anyway, I digress. I'm not typing my itinerary for my good friend Angela. I am talking to you, my good friends of the internet. Leave for La Grande. And that trip from Pendleton La Grande is 57 minutes. So we'll just say an hour, give or take, because I might stop to pee. Who knows? I'm an old man. Stuff happens. The possibility exists that I may be riding in the rain, so I have to decide which rain gear I'm taking. I won't be wearing leathers on this trip. Wear my vest if it's comfortable enough to. It's just going to depend on how the layers work, because the vest is another layer, especially over the central core of my body. My arms and hands and feet, as such, I'm knocking on wood and quotations and a whole 5,000 other things, don't generally get too cold if I take care of them. Proper gloves. I have waterproof gloves that are meant for riding in 60 to 80 degree temperatures. It's going to be very humid. I am probably going to have the vents open. I am not going to be 100% dry on the inside because I will have vents open, and I don't have a big fairing windshield. I'm going to get buffeted by a lot of water. And I'm going to be in the far right lane as far close as I can to the bump line and cruising along at whatever makes me happy. One thing I can say about when I ride my scooter, look at that, it just makes me breathe. I am not in a hurry to get anywhere. I don't have to get there fast. I'm not trying to look cool. I'm not trying to be anything other than a guy riding a motorcycle. That's it. That's it. That's all. I love the experience, and to be able to see this forest this close, it's arguably one of the most beautiful forests anywhere. It definitely rivals the Tillamook State Forest, especially after the recovery now from the Tillamook burn. So yeah, but I think it's larger, if I remember correctly. I have to look at the maps to see. But yeah, that just puts us there. So I would arrive then back in La Grande at about 5 p.m. PM. Arrive La Grande. So that's how my ride breaks down. I hope this eases her mind some. I told her yesterday that I wanted her to help me set up my phone. I love tech, but sometimes I'm stupid. Okay, I'm a guy. Just face it. Okay, some things are above my. I could figure it out, but take a long time. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm lazy, and I want her to do it for me. Okay, that's the truth. I'm lazy, and I want her to do it for me. And she loves me, and she will. And she knows I'm using her. She knows this is true. I'm so ashamed. I'm so usury toward my friend, who's always taken good care of me and been nice to me. Anyway, sorry about that silliness. Sometimes I just get off on a monologue and I gotta go. It's a slippery slope. Oh, my friend thought he bought cinnamon, but he bought peppermint. And he bought 2! So instead of returning him, he said, "Do you like peppermint Altoids?" And I said, "Oh, I love peppermint Altoids." Do you notice how much that looks like a heart? Look, you can see it. You can see it. The heart is there. Yeah. The heart is there. Anyway, so I have been enjoying the occasional Altoid. However, Crystal Light, blackberry lemonade, water flavor mixy stuff. It's liquid, like the water. And it goes in, and then drink. Well, Altoids and this close together, it's rough. It's rough. Not for the faint of heart. Just saying, it can be done. I can tell you from personal experience, it can be done. That's cute. I love it. Is that a legit song, Sixth Sense? Is that a legit song? If so, I will look it up. Oh, yeah. Well, see, that's the beauty of this. Keebler. That is the true beauty of this. I'm planning my stops that I know these places I will stop at. Guaranteed within an hour or so, and within reason. I can ride an hour and a half. It's not a big deal. If I need a break, I'll stop. I'm not in a hurry, as I was saying a little bit ago. If I need to stop, I stop. If it's too hot, if it's too wet, if it's too cold, if the cat jumped out in front of me and scared me and I just need to breathe for a minute, doesn't matter. I'll stop. So I'm about the experience on all this. But on the freeway, I-84, along the Columbia Gorge, yeah, there's a half a dozen truck stops, if not more, between me and LeGrand. So there will be other places to stop, even if something didn't work out. Say their gas station in Rufus was closed. Well, there's another town 25 or 30 miles away, which I'm doing this at my half tank mark. So I still have another 50 to 60 miles that I should be able to go easily. So I think I got it licked. But yeah, truck stops are a great way to go. There's always food. There's always bathrooms. Sometimes showers. Most of them have showers now. On the I-5 corridor, most have showers for sure. And I noticed when I went to Montana a few years ago, also the truck stops that I stopped at along the way had showers. Very nice. Arlo Guthrie. All right. Let's see. I don't have the chat directly in front of me tonight because I was going to be flopping these screens. I'm going to move it back down here in just a minute now that I'm done with this. Once I get this final explanation, best regards, whatever I'm going to say. I'm not going to say best regards to my best friend. Let's see. Okay. There to YouTube. Come on. There we go. Arlo Guthrie. I don't want a pickle. It actually came up before I even typed it in. See, we have, that's a live. That's another live. The Motorcycle Song Remastered. I would imagine that's a remastered studio version of the song. Just kind of cruising down here just a little bit more. Damn, nice hair. I've never seen Arlo Guthrie before. Dude's got a head on him. No doubt about that. Anyway. Yeah. Just, can we... Thank you. So we're going to go back up here to the digitally remastered. This. Probably going to get a copyright claim. I don't care.
Just wanna ride on my motorcycle, and I don't want to tickle. I'd rather ride on my
Found it. Thank you. Perfect 6 cents. Awesome instructions. See, this is why you guys are amazing. This is why you guys are amazing. Now let's see if we get, please, here, let me grab this and bring it down here. I got all the other stuff done that I needed to get done. And then I can look at you when I'm talking to you. Because I don't need to look at me, I know what I look like. I'm sorry you gotta look at me, but that's the way the show works. So I found the right one, thanks to those wonderful instructions. So we're gonna listen to that now. And since we're all official copy, please give credit where credit is due. I don't own the rights to this, yada yada yada. You guys know all the words right there. If you want to go check this out for yourself, this is where it's at, right here. So let's give it a spin, shall we? You don't mind listening to that intro again, do you?
I don't want a pickle, just want to ride on my motorcycle.
I'll mute me.
I don't want a tickle, 'cause I'd rather ride on my motorcycle. I don't want to die, just want to ride on my motorcycle. It was late last night, the other day, I thought I'd go up and see Ray. So I went up and I saw Ray, and there was only one thing Ray could say was, I don't want a pickle, I just want to ride on the motorcycle. And I don't want a tickle, I'd rather ride on my motorcycle. And I don't want to die, just want to ride on my motorcycle. Late last week I was on my bike, running to a friend named Mike. Running to a friend named Mike. Mike no longer has a bike. He cries, I don't want a pickle, I just want to ride on my motorcycle. Yeah, and I don't want a tickle, 'cause I'd rather ride on my motorcycle. And I don't want to die, just want to ride on my motorcycle.
Awesome, Keebler. I will check that out. I will definitely check that out. No, it's not a cigar. It is a... Whoa, I like this. It's a 2-gram. It's Purple Haze. Portland Heights is the producer. Moonrock Blunt. Now, I really like this. However, I would like to find a non-tobacco wrap alternative for something like this. This is an incredible value for 26 bucks here anyway. I know it's cheaper other places, but anyway, for 26 bucks I got 2 grams, 13 bucks a gram. It's not terrible, but this has Moon Rocks in it, which is an enhancement. And gives you a little bit more potency. And the Purple Haze is 40% or 40.05. Yeah, 40.05% THC. So it's pretty potent stuff. So, but no, I have not taken up smoking cigars. I just wanted to do something different. Yeah, I need to like this, and I need to listen to more of Arlo Guthrie stuff. It's right up my alley. Kind of stuff I like to listen to. I'm always looking, now that I ride again, I'm always looking for something to ooh, that was close. That lid was not attached. I know the rules. I'm supposed to tighten the lids. No big spill on here. This is just so I can dump a little bit of my water into it and put out any potential, and it's glass, so it'll easily stand the temperatures. Cool. Well, of course, I'm all about the guitar because that's what I decided to mess around with. So anyway, if you have a chance to sample this personally, I don't know if it's available where you're at, or you might be too far away. It doesn't even matter. You can't go wrong. 2 grams of good quality. Oh, I hate it when that happens, Keebler. I hate it when that happens. When I'm on my computer, I don't know what you're watching on. When I'm on my computer, I'm in the habit now of hitting F5 when I'm on somebody's live with a chat. I hit F5, it refreshes the window, and then I just turn the thing from top chat back to live chat. Because for some reason, sorry, I was choking on that a little bit. YouTube can't seem to make that work. I don't know why this is rocket science. I really don't. Really don't. So, this is about trashed. No, it's not almost done. It hit a rock. Not that kind of rock. A moon rock. You can see where it's darker. That's a moon rock. That really did make me cough. The first one was a joke, but that one really got me. Woo. Yes, clearly I'm not riding or driving. Anyway, thanks for turning me on to that. And if I get a copyright claim, well, send Arlo his money. I don't make any money on this. Yes and no. It can be made a number of ways, but it always has something sticky. Could be, some wax or something like that has a sticky consistency, and then it's mixed with some kind of keef, maybe some kind of THC crystals, or so. It's a process, and no two are the same. They're never the same, because the strains are different, the amounts are different, the way they get mixed is different, the ingredients are just different. But they always work. It's a little bit more potent, I would say. Out of this 2 grams, I got 5 days, maybe 6 days. So that's not bad. That's not bad. And that's having a few pulls every day. So, yeah. A moon rock is a resin and other things mixed together. The one thing that all mixes have in Oh, you can't partake of the. Yeah, we couldn't until recently. We were all doing it illegally. Did I say that? That's I must have been thinking about another channel. But because I never did anything illegal in my life. Except that one time at band camp. Yep. Yeah, I really want to come to Australia. I know I said this a bunch of times in the past, but I think about it a lot. There's a lot of cool stuff in Australia that I would like to see. And, if I was going to go to, Australian federal prison for the rest of my life because I smoked some pot, I probably wouldn't partake, and I could probably survive that because I went 20 some years without smoking. So I try not to smoke around my friend either right now because he can't. And that has nothing to do with his DUI. It has to do with his employer. If I go to one, I'm going to the other. Okay, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna take the hopper. Okay, I'm gonna get the hopper, jumper, whatever I gotta do to get one to the other. I gotta see New Zealand. Holy mackerel! Yeah, I'll be going to both. So the entire down there place is the bucket list. Hey, Brad, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Always a pleasure to have Brad Example here. Sweetness. Oh, yeah, I just was planning a route earlier using the Googling Maps. I have this one here. I'll share it real quick just to do a quick overview. We'll go over to here, and there is, you can see a proposed trip from here home, which is Forest Grove, Oregon, down around the Unity Loop up through Sumter and back up to La Grande for the first weekend in August. And what I was doing earlier was I was finishing up an email I'm sending them with one of my best friends. So now you're caught up. You know everything that everybody here does, except that this blunt is Purple Haze Moon Rock blunt from Portland Heights. Yep, she's done. She's finitoed. Yeah, I was listening to 15th Ben's show earlier, and he was playing one of his songs. I think it was Levitate. I had to pick Ruby up and play along and kind of do my own thing. I had some rough spots, but it really felt good. It really, really did feel good. Anyway, this is the overall route, and then I was doing individual steps along the route, potential gas stops, so I knew approximately where I would stop for sure. So that's what all that was about. Now it's back to me because we don't need any of that anymore. I can close that and then go over here. All right. I'll get my chat back up here so I can see what you guys are saying to me. Yeah, it's been a good few weeks since I got the scooter. Man, I love to ride. I forgot how much I love to ride. And this bike fits me so well. Very, very happy. Now we got to get busy. Once we get this yard done, just to catch up on my life. Helps me to unload too. It's nothing bad. Just a lot of stuff. We're cleaning up their house. Originally we were going to, they're in the middle of re-siding their house. It's coming to an end now, but their entire house was stripped and it's been re-sided. Major deal. New additions done, new walls built. It's been a huge project and very, very stressful. And she wanted to do this party, and we were going to do it at a place called Cook Park. But unbeknownst to her, if you want to reserve something in Cook Park for a family event or a birthday party of some kind like that, you need to be making your reservation in December of the previous year. Yeah. So we had to adjust, and now what we're trying to do, things they had to do anyway, but now we're trying to do them as a team. They got a rat infestation in one of their sheds. I think there was some grass seed or something in there that he didn't realize was in there, and the rats went in for that, and then they just decimated. They lost all their camping gear. All that has to go to the dump. It's just done. Urine and feces, and it's disgusting. And I feel bad for them that they had to do that. 20 plus years of them collecting gear. All of it usable. All they love to camp. It's something that they love to do. Yeah, I actually, let's see, I didn't crash the first motorcycle I rode, but I did crash the first vehicle I drove. It was what's here is called a Cushman cart, and it is a little three-wheeled utility vehicle. I think they can have various engines in them. The most desirable ones now, yeah, they're terribly destructive. And the rodents are done. So that part is finished. They did take care of that. And they do still have measures in place to mitigate anything that may be lingering. So, yeah, he's got this stuff all out of it. We're going to pressure wash them down. And the reason we're doing all this all at once is because now that party is going to take place in that backyard. Which ups the ante. My bike needs to be moved. My Goldwing, it needs to be fixed anyway. Now I'm waiting for carburetor kits because I've decided that if I'm going to pull the carburetors off, I'm going to go through them. It just doesn't make sense to do it any other way. So that also needs to get done somewhere in there. And he and I are also, oh yeah, it's amazing what those things can chew through. It is absolutely mind-boggling what they can chew through. I've seen instances of them through mortar and even light concrete. Yeah, crazy. Pipes, metal, plastic, even easier, doesn't matter. Pipes that are full of water, no air. I don't know, they could get scuba diver gear or something. It's crazy. Yeah. And the deal is that they can't chew the steel, but once the steel has been exposed for many years, say 75 or 80 years, it can be corroded on the outside and weakened, and at that point they can chew through and into it, and that's most often where you're seeing this. And these sheds are plastic sheds that were put up temporarily. They weren't even meant to last that long. They were supposed to be just so that they could get these house renovations done, and then the stuff would all be moved back inside into not climate controlled storage, but controlled storage, in that there's no exposure to the elements and it's a sealed area, easily checked to see if there were any kind of an ingress from vermin. So yeah, that would be the issue there. So they've kind of had free reign, and their property backs up against a greenway that is for power lines to go through, the big high tension power lines. So they have an entire green space. It's probably 60 yards across or so, 60, 80 yards across, I would guess. And it has a lot of grass, but no real trees, some little shrubs. But they go through and they cut down the trees pretty quickly because they're too destructive to be near the towers. Yes, Sixth Sense, this is my first road trip with my new bike. I have ridden it quite a bit locally, back and forth between Tigard, 25, 30 mile rides. There I've had a couple of I've had a couple of 100, 150 mile rides. So yeah, I got my legs wet again. So now I'm ready to dive in. The rain doesn't bother me. I just need to be prepared for the temperature. And I have waterproof bags to carry my clothing in. I'm not carrying any camping gear with me. This is all just me. I will probably have a guitar with me, but that'll just be strapped on the back of the bike. The party, you ask, what is that for? It is a dual birthday party for my Angela's husband, Chuck, and myself. We both turned 60 this year. He's a youngster. His birthday's in June, mine is in May. So of course I'm older and wiser, and therefore the better of the two of us at nearly everything. There are some things I have to give him credit for, such as, his incredible wit, talent for being just like me. Anyway, that's a joke. But yeah, she's calling it a 120th birthday bash or something akin to that. Here, let me go on to the face suck. I'm only doing this for you, Sixth Sense. Alright, events. Market, no. Groups, no. Why we gotta move stuff? Is it in the dots? News, gaming, play, video, no. Markets, orders, recent, memories, climate, fundraisers, groups. Is that? Nope, I don't want to create a group. Oh look, Christina Barnes wants to be my friend. No. That doesn't happen. I know I can go to my Facebook on the web just updated, and I don't know where groups are now. There we go. I found them. No, I had that saved in here. There it is. Yep, 120th birthday celebration. Richard and Chuck turned 60, 2024. And it originally would have said Cook Park, and I'm not going to give their address out here. But yeah, fun stuff. Fun stuff. I'm looking forward to this. She throws a party like none other. You cannot go to a party that Angela's thrown for any reason. Doesn't matter. But she specializes in birthdays. She loves to celebrate people's birthdays. Like I said, she's an incredible human being. Yeah, she's doing a potluck. Yeah. Yep. It's putting pressure on. Yesterday she sent out the I need a head count. If you're coming, you gotta let me know. If you're not gonna be here or you're gonna not tell me, I am not gonna count you, and I can't guarantee that you're gonna get a snack. That's how this deal works. So I know she's gonna be over prepared 100%, and that's okay. That's how she is. It's just how she operates. Yes. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the change in the Facebook web thing. I wish they would make them all more similar. I know they can't all be identical. Well, tablet to PC or tablet to Mac, yeah, should be able to get the same format in that respect. But I know that they're both mobile iOS, so it is what it is. I think this is done. Alright, I'm going to finish up this email and send it off to her. I'm going to get out of here. I hope you've enjoyed your time here hanging out with me. I've certainly enjoyed hanging out with you guys. I realized I distracted myself, 6 Cents Amelia. That three-wheel Cushman cart, the little farm utility vehicle, yeah, I crashed it into a fence. Freaked out, stepped down on the throttle instead of the brake, shot out across the road. There was a little bump at where the tarmac started, and when it hit that, that kind of did a wheelie, which scared the bejeebus out of me. And when it came back down, well, I forgot that there was a brake then, so I was still full on the throttle, and I just ran straight into the fence across the road. Thankfully, it was a relatively small wire fence. Didn't do a lot of damage to the cart or to the fence. There was some straightening that had to be done and a couple of scratches. And a very, very bruised ego. Very, very bruised ego. Not gonna lie. Anyway, take care. You'll probably be seeing me do stuff from the bike. I've got the iPod Touch that I've brought back into commission. It's in my tank bag right now, but I can put the wired headphones, the wired Apple headphones into it, and it has a microphone right up here. I may be able to put that and position it in my helmet in such a way that I can have the camera of the phone facing out, and we can have a live right from the bike while I'm riding. No guarantees, but I'm working on it. I will stay safe, and I will have fun. Thank you. bless you for all of your well wishes and your encouragement. You guys are amazing. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.